Well, can I have a place to station this army? Beirut? Beirut seems like a nice place to be. So send it to Beirut. Maybe Damascus. Damascus. No, Damascus is not a good place for now. Beirut is far better with supply limit, because Damascus for some reason only has 20. I guess it's because Beirut is plains and Damascus is desert or semi-desert. The rise of some kind of Khan. Order has been restored. Release Bhutan. We had no sooner reached the honor, blah blah blah. What is this about? During the war, Egypt Turkish troops were preoccupied with invading Egyptian troops and were unable to suppress this revolt, a reaction to the modernizing and centralizing efforts of Sultan Mahmud II that were antagonized by the Kurdish feudal chiefs. As a result, he extended his authority up to Mahabad, with Kurdish? I guess Kurdish tribes pledging fealty to him. He adopted the fanatical tenets of Darwish. There's a lot of things here that I have never heard of before. I know what Kurds are. I know that much. The great powers were outraged by his treatment of blah blah blah. So I could release them. Well, either way it will be release them. But this one gives me prestige. So, you know, whatever gives me prestige is fine. Either way will end this alliance. Well, here we go, Bhutan. Basically, Kurdistan has become a thing. Do I have any sort of acquire core? Is there anyone with vested interest in this country? Nope. The most is the Netherlands, the Dutch. Does in fact have some vested interest in there, but not too much. And they return to become a satellite of me again. Thank you, Egypt. It's gonna take a while for the influence though to grow. So I could attack and acquire cores. I could do that. And take this part of the territory. And leave the rest of Bhutan to be taken by Persia. Or I could just leave it as it is and let the Kurds have their own country to rule. Doesn't sound as fun. So let's declare war for Bhutani places. Yeah, I lost all the other alliances. Oh, Moldavia and Wallachia is a sub-state of us and will always join us. Perfect. Bhutan, Tunisia, Egypt, blah blah blah. Everyone else has joined me. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's go to war. This army will be shattered. Because everyone else is dying in it. Even with the increased territories, I can only have 18 possible brigades as of now. Which is not that much. Oh, Persia decided to do the same thing. Well, Persia and I seem like we will be best friends. Yes, best friends. Now I'm gonna add more war goals, my little friend. Botani Van. Which is the things up here. You agree to that as well? Well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to add more things. Will you agree to these demands? Then that will be perfect. Because then you only have basically this place left. So you're not willing? Iraqi nationalists, we'll deal with you when it is appropriate. Our lands returned. Well, do we have cores on everything? Because in such a case, I might as well pick that option. Well, there we go. Order has been restored. Let's go to Baghdad and take down these nationalists. Even more pandemics and whatever. I was trying to play Serbia once, and Serbia starts with... Well, see, you can see the population here dwindling, but it started with something like 200k. And after, what is it, 20 years and countless diseases, I was down to 70,000. I was like, what am I supposed to do? There's no way I can return to glory or build glory if I have that few people in my country. It's just not possible. You can stay in Baghdad for now. Stay in Baghdad for now. It's just a bit silly sometimes how these diseases kind of pile upon themselves and just becomes too much to bear. Holy shit, Mexico is being beat up by this Central American alliance of their... They're being beat up by Yucatan and Honduras. What the hell are you doing, Mexico? Denmark. Seemingly a puppet of Great Britain nowadays. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to do something... Oh, reforms. Ooh. Political reform selected peonage. Political reform... What is that? Peonage. I mean, I need to look this up. Political reform peonage. Oh, I've serfdom. Well, peonage is better than serfdom, I think. And I have slavery right now, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna pull that reform. Yeah, definitely gonna do that. I'm amazed that it is a bit interesting though. That in this scenario, the Ottoman Empire outlawed slavery before United States of America. You know, just take that perspective and look at it for a second. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Serf freed in the Ottoman Empire. In 1843, the serfs in the Ottoman Empire were freed by the government. The question remains, however, to who the lands the serf worked on belong. The aristocracy claims the land is theirs, and the serfs should find their own lands, while the serfs argue that the land is theirs by the rights of use. Well, you know, the aristocrats are not really interesting to me anymore. Because, well, I mean, I guess they are to a certain extent. It's just that the farmers and laborers and things like that, they are the most interesting, so give the land to them. Revoke Kuwait's autonomy. Well, let's try to do that. Apparently I'm at war with Kuwait. There's a lot of things happening. So I'm gonna take a splinter force of this Iraqi army and send it down there. I still want them to generate names for them. Like, this could automatically be called Army of Iraq. So this is just a case of wait until they surrender because they have no army and they barely have any population. They have 2,880 people in them. They can't raise a single soldier because, well, the workforce is only 3% soldiers of not enough men to even build one brigade. No, yeah, strict discipline. I'm not gonna remake the Armenian genocide. Everyone will be equal as long as they work hard and contribute to the glorious empire. Even more cholera. I am tempted to stop playing right now and mod it out. Get out of here, diseases. I don't want you. Come on, Kuwait. Holy shit. I mean, I do appreciate that they're sending so many troops to help me. It's more they could think through, okay, so proportionately, there's no need for us to send this many soldiers here. And then not send that many soldiers. Because I don't need that many. And Kuwait is annexed. So it looks a bit better now, a bit larger area here. Al Rashid Emirate, the Najd Emirate. Can't remember. I think this is in Naid Emirate, where the House of Saud comes from. Al Saud. Could be. And I have. That was like the 5th something, wasn't it? 5th in a row of diseases, and I lose 7,000 people, 7,500 people. Turn. I really need to get medicine. Why have I not gotten that before? Okay, after idealism, let's get medicine. Because this is getting silly. Because I need the population for future, for future expansions and stuff. At least the military population is increasing a bit. Another cholera. And now we're up to an insane amount of people dying each time. No more war. Monthly war exhaustion. Expires on the 21st of November. Come on, another one? Expires on the 3rd of February 1848. So it takes a while for the slaves to be removed from my country, seemingly. Yeah, only have a bit of slaves and serfs left. Most of them now are farmers and laborers. I have a surprisingly big population of artisans. Should probably switch now which region, whichever one is this? Hudavendigar? Hudavendigar. Censored press. Yes, let's do censored press. Hudavendigar, now give Bulgaria instead some intellectuals. Let's spread the light of reading onto our empire. Come on, idealism. Your increase of research points will be needed. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Well, I'm not gladly gonna throw away money, but ooh, nice. Meanwhile, the cholera spreads and kills even more people. Basic chemistry, go, go, go. Let's do this. Basic chemistry. How much is it for... The basic chemistry is one of the quickest ones you can do. Revolution is like a plague, and I have enough plagues as it is, so no revolution, please. And medicine is 6,000. It's gonna take a while for medicine to pop up. But hopefully it won't be too late. Bread riots, is that what it says? Or is it dread riots? I can never read, you know, the letters here. That one letter. Either way, reshuffle the cabinet seems like the most reasonable thing to do. Maybe I can pull through some more reforms. Cholera spreads even further. I'm in a race against the cholera. Oh, another reform. Let's see, what do people want? Campaign for public meetings. Well, I can oblige there. Public meetings will now be allowed. And as soon as I can, I will get free press as well. Counteract the huge amount of conservatives. Because what I want, really, and what every ruler wants, is to get through the healthcare a bit, at least. Because as soon as you get some healthcare up, then the population will grow faster. And more population means higher economy and more soldiers. All good things for a fledgling empire that wants to grow. And now finally we can put Egypt under our sphere fully. And reap the successes from that. Oh, come on, cholera spreads again. Basic chemistry at least, now that is done. Fertilizers I won't really have that much use for, but medicine! Medicine! Now that will be a thing I will happily get. And I do get... I mean, it costs a bit less as well, since I have this one. Minus 10% industry tech. So that will be great. Come on, medicine. You're almost done. almost done. And I guess I can switch now from Albania to another one. Ankara, yeah, from Albania to Ankara. Because it's mostly, you know, I guess Huda Vendigar here is basically additional phrase, so this one should be a glorious, mighty region. That will count them as such. But these guys have gotten some education. Mostly it's Albanians and a bit of people like Bulgarians now are getting education. So everyone is really getting what they need, except for, you know, the Middle Easterns here. Mostly because there's a few of them. But I mean, even losing... Oh, now it seems we are gaining some people again. It's a long time since. The Samos tribute. Well, I haven't really made them pay in a long time, so why should I make them pay now? It doesn't really matter too much for me. Circassia, just no point. They're trying so hard, but there's no way they can get away. Even more nationalist agenda. Because that's a big problem for me, since there's so many different cores from different countries inside my borders. There's bound to be a lot of people that will want to get the hell away from me. And I won't allow that. Individualism, good. Come on, medicine, we're halfway there. We can make it together, we can make it. Even though by the time I get medicine, most diseases have really stopped. I mean, I haven't seen a cholera thing for quite a while. I don't really expect the cholera to reappear. But I must admit, I'm quite pleased with how it turned out with the Oriental Crisis, since I got quite a lot of support. And, you know, the Austrian-Prussian Brothers' War is under effect, and let's just say that Austria is getting their ass kicked. I don't expect to be long until... Holy shit, Flanders is a thing. Netherlands swallowed Belgium. Well, it seems like the world is turning more interesting than I originally thought. Empire of Mexico is still alive and well. They're allied and under United States of America's sphere. Very interesting. Will that mean that Empire of Mexico will retain their land and won't lose them? Because it looks that way, at least. Oh, my money is doing well, so maybe some positivism for more increased education efficiency will be reasonable now. Because the literacy has only increased a bit, but it will increase exponentially as we get more teachers out in the country. Well, I'm gonna follow this with great interest, since I don't like how, you know, here you have a hard time seeing anything due to fog of war, but here suddenly it kind of lifts. It could be like this the whole time instead of it's dark sort of thing. I guess it could be confusing as well. What happened? Did anyone win? Admit hegemony. Humiliate Austria. Oh my. This is a big one. And now they're at war with... Poor Austria. I feel for you. Piedmontian liberation of Lombardia. I mean, they have balls, I will admit that. Because even defeated, Austria still has a lot of allies in the form of Tuscany and so on. So the Piedmontians have a lot of balls. A lot of balls. Or big balls. Maybe a lot of big balls. Could be both.